Well, that's my latest completed rifle. This is actually fires the AK-47 round, and I do think an AK-47 is more reliable than an AR-15 with its piston gas system versus having that gas tube that goes down here. But this thing is still damn reliable, and if you put enough oil on it, which is something like this, you can just put trans fluid on it, for crying out loud, your CLP. As long as you keep that bolt oiled up, and it'll fire. It's got the collapsible stock on it. It's got the simple GI M1 Garand sling or M14 sling. I don't like putting really fancy slings. They're like $20. Guy out in Tennessee. And I got my Star David on there because I like that. I'm waiting on the magazines. Should have those pretty soon. But yeah, it fires the 30 caliber AK-47 round, which is 7.62 by 39 millimeter. And I'm not going to put any kind of optics on it. It doesn't have a carry handle. It's got a simple front sight, rear sight. And I already adjusted the sights with the laser bore sighter at about, I think it was about 50 feet. So it should be zeroed in pretty good, if you like the way it is. Sometimes, having that laser bore sighter, it's like this thing you stick in here. It fits in the barrel very tightly, and it puts out a laser beam, and then you sight the weapon in from about 50 feet or 25 feet or whatever. I did it from 50 feet. But yeah, this puppy's done, man. It's got a good function check and everything. I got a few magazines coming in again, like I said. And, it's my belief, it's like my belief, I think United States, Russia, and Israel ought to get together and keep the world stable and safe. That's my opinion, I mean, that's the way I look. That's why I really opened up this channel with the Russian survival. Because, I think the big guys are playing everybody against each other that are the most important stabilizing forces in the world that are reasonable. Like Vladimir Putin, I know he's a dictator, but he's a reasonable, smart guy. On that side, I mean, I don't worship him or nothing like that, but I'm saying is he's a force of reason for the most part, right? And and Trump, I'm hoping everything goes good with him too. He might be okay. But, I always, and basically, I know Israel's got a couple faults, okay, I admit that, but basically they are a beacon of light in the world. There's a lot of good things that go on in Israel. I know what the freaking alternative media says, but, that's my opinion. I think, the USA, Russia, and Israel ought to get together as, the driving force in this world, and that's, one of the things I think is a force of good. The Jewish nation, combined with Russia and the United States. Here's and this is a good rifle. I mean, it's like, not the best. It's a stoner upper, It's like, the parts in it ain't bad. It's got stainless steel innards in here, so they don't rust and stuff. The trigger pull on it is pretty good because I kind of like emery down where the trigger is, to make it smoother than stock. It's not a match grade, but it's good. And, I remember back when I fired these way up, I tell you the truth, man, when I was firing these on a range, I used to breathe like life into every round. That was, use the force, Luke, that type of thing. It's almost like, the ancient samurai had a way of doing things. There's a way you could do things with the rifle too. It's concentration. It's like a mental concentration and a spiritual force that gives you beyond normal accuracy, to tell you the truth. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes that force is with you. And, it's not just, rigid by the numbers, everything. But, it's a good build. It's a good build. And that's one thing I like about the AR15 platform, because you could put the 50 cal on it, BMG upper. You could put the 300 blackout. You could put the 6.5 Grendel. You could put the 6.8 Remington. You can put the 5.56, and you can have different rates of twist, like a 1 in 7 twist barrel for the heavier 5.56. And actually, this was actually, and I got a 5-round magazine coming with this, because this could be a great deer rifle too. You know, nice and simple. No optics. Sometimes I don't like optics. I mean, they're good, but then they're bad because they get fogged up or whatever. I mean, you know, it's raining out. I'd rather have this damn thing. Sometimes the optics are good, but the backup is always to have this, the old school. Yeah, it's a good, nice rifle.